Welcome back to Rough Wood Outdoors. Today I've got two little reviews. The main review is going to be for the TBS Lynx bush tool, and then the second review is going to be a quick look at my Helikon-Tex. It's like a compass pouch or a survival tin pouch, but obviously I've turned it into a first aid pouch, which we'll just go through what's in there. Okay, so first of all, the main bit of the review is the Lynx TBS or TBS Lynx bush tool. Okay, comes in a lovely leather sheath. It doesn't come with any lanyard, but I've put this little bit on just for spotting it if I do drop it. And it comes with a fire steel. So I'm going to go through each part separately. Okay, so first of all, I think we're going to go through the actual knife itself. Okay, so it's the TBS bush tool. It's Cryo Quenched N690CO stainless steel. Okay, I prefer to go for stainless steel. Main reason is, I've got to be honest with you, there's less kind of maintenance behind it. I have had carbon steel knives in the past, and they do take some kind of looking after, oiling, and sometimes, I'll be honest with you, I didn't, and I have wrecked a couple of knives. There's only cheap ones from like Mora, but for my more expensive knives, I wanted something that was going to last. Okay, so for the blade itself, it's a 4mm thick blade. Okay, and as you can see, it is a full tang knife that goes all the way through. The blade length is 100mm. The handle length is 115mm, which leaves a total length of 215mm. So it's got a fire steel cutout just here, but me personally, I feel that is uncomfortable being there. I prefer to use the rest of the blade towards the end of the blade as well. It's a canvas micarta handle with a thong tube and red liners. Okay, as you can see, the red liners all the way around, which I think against the green canvas micarta handle looks really nice. The canvas micarta, it is, again, you don't have to look after it, doesn't have to be oiled. It's basically canvas impregnated with resin and kind of moulded, and you don't have to do anything with it. It's similar to G10 scales, which I like, but I just preferred the kind of look of the canvas and the feel of the canvas micarta. Okay, so that is basically the knife itself. It is a Scandi grind, okay, and it is excellent. It comes sharp straight out the box, and it is a lovely knife. Okay, it's just come out. It's quite a wide handle, as you can see, so you can get a nice good grip on it. I'm used to the Mora Garberg, which is quite a bit of a slimmer handle, so I am going to have to get used to this blade and get some use out of it. As you can see, it's a decent size handle, so you can really kind of hold on to it, and because it's a 4mm blade, you can give it some welly. All knife manufacturers say you shouldn't baton down on them, but we do use it for that when we're doing bushcraft and stuff, so it's a very nice knife. Moving on to the sheath. So it's a full grain leather sheath. Okay, it's a multi-carry sheath, so you've got the normal dangler, okay, or kind of the belt loop, okay, which does hang quite far down, so it's similar to a dangler. And you've also got, just here, there's a loop, and you've got the two loops at the back of the fire steel holder, which can act as putting it on your belt, basically. I've found, because it's quite a longer sheath, it doesn't fit very well on the belt unless you wear it right on the back, on like the flat of your back. But I prefer to wear this knife as a normal hanging sheath. Where you can see that the knife actually goes in, you've got a really good press stud that does lock down and locks around the knife, and it doesn't want to come out. Okay, so when you drop the knife in, it does sit very nicely in the sheath. Okay, but when you lock it in, as you can see, it's not going anywhere. If you do leave it open in between tasks, the knife does hold in. Okay, it's not going to go anywhere. As you can see at the front here, one of the accessories I went for, which is the Firesteel holder, which holds their big beefy Fatboy, which we'll go through in a minute, Deluxe Firesteel. You can remove this by undoing these press studs and just literally taking it out from the knife sheath. It does come with another accessory, which is the DC4 pouch, the DC4 knife sharpener pouch. But to be honest with you, I'll keep one in my bag and in a little like admin pouch. So I didn't really see the need for it, to be honest, because I've always got that with me. Or if I don't bring that with me, I've got another knife sharpener that I do. So that's the full grain leather pouch. It has got a small hole there, which I presume you could put some paracord through, wrap it to your leg, whatever you wanted to do. As you can see, double stitched all the way around. It is ace. It's really good riveted belt loop with, which I haven't seen before, that they're actually covered. The back of the rivets are covered to protect the knife, which I think is really good. And there's one on the back of the press stud as well. Okay, so really good knife sheath. As you say, I can remove it if I wanted to, if I wanted to carry the Firesteel separate. Okay. And the last but not least, which comes with this set, is the TBS Fatboy Deluxe Firesteel. It's got aluminium handle, which is orange, so if you drop it, again, you're not going to lose it. And what I really like is you've got sealed with a rubber O-ring, small hollow, so you can put a fire plug in it or whatever you want for a bit of tinder, which I think is really good. Okay, it's 12.5mm Firesteel itself, and it is replaceable, so you can unscrew it from the handle, which you can buy from TBS themselves. Give it a good tighten up before use every time, which is nice, decent Firesteel. It does come with some paracord, which, to be honest with you, I took it off, and it's I think it's the 9-strand cord. We've got a red one which is like fire cord. It's got the 7 normal strands, and there's another strand which is like, I think, a stronger strand for fishing and whatever. But I took that off, to be honest, because it was making the knife even more bulky. Okay, and as I say, that goes in there like so, and it does hold in. It's not going to go anywhere. Obviously, as you use it more, it will lose some of the width on the actual Firesteel. So it might be worth eventually is a piece of elastic shock cord around there and just hooks in there to hold it in place so it doesn't fall out if it's upside down. But that is the TBS Lynx bush tool. It is a cracking knife. I haven't used it too much, really. I haven't had a chance to. But over the next couple of months, I will be putting it through its paces when I'm going camping and coming out here to do some bushcraft and stuff. So, yeah, it's a very nice knife. I think I got it at a sale price at 140 with some other bits and bobs. So, so it actually got free delivery as well. So 140 quid for a knife, which is going to last you, as long as you look after it and you don't abuse it, for a lifetime, I think is 100% worth it. I think the full price is either 160 or 180, but that was kind of like a introductory offer, I think. Okay, so now I'm going to review my Helikon-Tex. I think it's sold as a compass pouch or survival tin pouch. So just looking on the outside, it's made of 500D Cordura, which has got the Cordura sign just there. It has got on the back Molly compatible webbing. Okay, this is the brown one. It does come in green, coyote, grey, I think, all the normal colours that Helikon-Tex stuff comes in. It's got a nice belt loop, which you can take up for, I'd say, at least a 50-60 millimeter belt. Okay, and it has got as well, which I've only just noticed, a little pouch at the back of there as well, which I've only just realised, which is quite good, which is good as well. So I'll be keeping something in there. And then it's got a nice adjustable clip, so you can put bigger stuff in it if you'd like, and you can just cinch it down just to keep everything inside. So as I say, this is my emergency first aid cut kit, basically. So if I cut myself, fingers, legs, whatever it is, this is kind of my go-to pouch, which is on my belt next to the knife or on the other side, depending on how I'm wearing it that day. So inside then, I do carry a couple of paracetamol and codeine tablets. I have got a bad back. So I do suffer from my back sometimes. So just to have a couple of tablets on my belt ready to take in case I do start to suffer. They're the main reason why I'm there. They're there. First thing to grab, I've got 2 sterile first aid wound dressings. So I've got an eye cover and I've got a large one. I might replace that for a medium one eventually, just so it fits better in the pouch. But little cuts, fingers, so on the hands, an eye patch works really well. I've found a sterile eye dressing. Whack it on, wrap it round, it does stop the bleeding. And then something for maybe a bit bigger, cut on the hand, arm, whatever it is, on the leg, then obviously I have got a large field dressing as well. If I do a major cut, so artery, so on, as I say, I've always got with me is the Israeli bandage, if you want to call it that. And then also inside, I've just got a couple of sterile wipes, a bulk load of plasters, different sizes, different ones, fabric ones and waterproof ones. And not mainly for me, but for other people I'm out with, I have got a resuscitation face shield. I've been a first aider for years. I have had to do first aid. I have had to do CPR on someone when I worked at the gyms and out on a road crash collision. So carrying one of these with you at all times for me is important. Okay, so that is my little first aid pouch. It comes with me everywhere I go. I've got a cutting implement, so axe, knife, whatever it is, saw, whatever it's going, this is now lives with me on my belt pouch, on my belt, sorry. So push it all back in, stash the tablets down there. As I say, just because of the size of that, I think I might replace it with a medium one, but it's hardly nothing, it weighs nothing. Okay, and just to have that little bit of security on my belt, just, it does help. Okay, and I have cut myself quite badly a couple of times with axes and knives when, to be honest, I wasn't paying attention or whatever. And yeah, I've made the decision now to these and any cutting tool always come with me at all times. Okay,